Yesterday of the Oregon middle school coach who has been fired because he was planning to have his team end of the year party at Hooters. The school deemed that to be inappropriate. He made a stand and said, I would rather be fired than give up my team party at Hooters because I got to teach the boys to stand up for what you believe in. That is an actual quote from Coach Burbach. And but Hooters said, look, you can unofficially still have the party here. We'll even pay for everything. Bring these middle school boys on, Coach. You great leader of young boys, molding them into men. And Roger Lewis has gone to the scene, and he joins us now. Roger, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing terrific. Thank you, Rick and Bubba. Roger Lewis reporting live from the parking lot of the Hooters Restaurant.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for assigning me this story. I want to personally thank you.
Well, you got to go where the news
Got to go where the news is, Raj. Thank you for sacrificing.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you mentioned that. This story takes fantasy football to a whole new level.
Yes, it does.
The delightfully tacky details are just being made available to the media. Although my inside Hooters sources tell me this story has sent shockwaves through the company.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
This incident is most likely reminded of the coach of an overtime win against Springfield Middle School back in September of 2009. I don't remember if you know this story.
I don't. I'm not familiar with it.
That is when this same coach caught heat after he took his entire starting offensive line to a cockfight in Tijuana.
He thought he'd be good for it.
Thank you. Good morning.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Here. Rick and Bubba, I don't know if you're aware of this. In 1993, Burbach was suspended for taking his Pee Wee lacrosse team to a local brewery tour.
Gosh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
What a history.
He's got to stand up what he believes in.
Nothing.
That's right. Now, according to Twitter, Rick and Bubba, Mr. Burbach believes Hooters is a family restaurant.
Yes.
I spoke to Diamond late last night, a 23-year-old waitress who worked at the Hooters in question.
You did.
Wow.
She said she loves having families in her Hooters. Now, I caught up with the disgraced coach just after midnight at Larry's North Pole Cabaret. I think he was inebriated.
I think so.
He thought parents were concerned about the children being exposed to cholesterol, not the waitresses. He confided in me that he was sorry about the whole ordeal and that he tried to stuff a dollar bill in my boxer briefs. Unfortunately, this is where the legal system gets bogged down.
Yeah.
Mr. Burbach has filed a wrongful termination lawsuit.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Update.
Even though he was a volunteer, I find that fascinating. Mr. Burbach is blaming his ignorance on the media.
Oh.
You are included in that, Rick and Bubba.
I know.
The media is blaming Hooters. Hooters is blaming Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret is blaming conservatives, and Rush Limbaugh is blaming Obamacare. You may not know this. You mentioned the story on your program yesterday. Good morning.
Yes,
Good morning.
we did, yes.
Because of that, this story has been getting national attention.
Oh, really?
MSNBC did a piece on it. CBS was all over it. And it became prominently featured on the front page of 36DD.com.
No.
Roger.
Sit-ins and protests are already being organized.
Hold it together, Raj. I know this is some stuff.
This is a very moving story.
Yes.
It sure is. And frankly, it's hard for me to get through it. The union leadership of Hooters waitresses, that's the local 34C, are telling its rank and file to protest the coach's firing. Suggested protests include wearing a full-length raincoat to work, shortchanging hot wing orders, and skipping their spray tan appointments. Just so Well,
That'll
I
show 'em.
checked with the people for ethical treatment of top-heavy tube-top employees. They are outraged at the story.
I bet they are.
Sure.
Which brings up an interesting point. In a recent survey, 89% of college freshmen agree Hooters is a family restaurant.
Well, and you know what? It's all about the sample.
That's right, and 98% of respondents didn't know Hooters served food. However, good news has emerged. Rick and Bubba.
Silver lining.
As the Portland, Oregon middle school football team has a new head coach, you guessed it, AFL player Richie Incognito. Reporting live this morning from the Hooters parking lot.
Well, Roger. Well, he gave us some insight that you just don't see in the mainstream media.
No, they skip over some of those details.
They really do. Roger, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning. Roger Lewis, there's the update. So, the party has taken place, and you see some of the protests involved in that. And Roger Lewis reports as only he can with all
that. Roger.